Good afternoon, everybody. I'll keep it short and sweet so we can get to lunch. But thank you all for coming. My name is Andrew Frieder. I'm a commercial banker with Pyramex Bank, and we're proud to partner with Scale Up for their 2019 celebration of growth. As a growing business ourselves, the bank is, growing. The mission of Scale Up is really aligned with what we do as a bank. There's so many local companies in here that growing companies are really important to our local economy, and we realize that. So we are proud to see all the great work that you guys are doing. At Pyramex Bank, we're a proponent of growth. We're here in the neighborhood to help you guys reach your growth goals, and we're excited to hear about everything today. So with that said, thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy today.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm up here, which means you know what's about to happen, right? This is the part where everyone that's downstairs, everyone that's upstairs, everyone in the kitchen, they understand that this is not obviously the classy, sophisticated, demure, quiet group that we were pretending to be when we walked in. This is the part where we get raucous, loud, hype. Are you ready? Okay, so who's going first? We want a growth story. Who's got a growth story to share? What is what I just heard? A growth story. Okay, let's back up. Hi everyone, my name is Elmer Moore. I am so lucky as to be the executive director of Scale Up Milwaukee. Scale Up is an initiative of the Greater Milwaukee Committee. And my voice just cracked because I got excited. We are transforming the culture of growth in this region. And how do we do that? We do that through our accelerator programs. We do that through our membership, which brings all of us together to celebrate growth. See what I did there? Okay. So one of the ways we celebrate growth is by hearing growth stories that we then celebrate. So who's going to share a growth story? I will call your names.
All right, Elmer.
Thank you.
All right, so tomorrow we're having our open house for a brand new office on 64th North. It's a full renovation of the historic Baltz log cabin.
Yes. And just to put some context around that log cabin, it was moved. It didn't move by itself. Down the street and onto a new site. That's very exciting. Who else wants to share a growth story? By the way, Joe, is that an invitation? That was an invitation to everyone in the room. 4 to 7 on 64th and North Avenue. Thank you. Yes, Galbraith Carnahan Architects. We got 3 20th company anniversaries. Let's just get that clear. Because there's more. 4. Okay, raise your hand if your company is 20 years. Oh, Lori, I got you 1 second. Raise your hand if you're a 20-year-old company. Oh, you are. Stand up. I'm sorry. Raise your hand by standing up. Yes. Stand up if you are a 20-year-old company. Awesome. Oh, I like this game. Okay, sit down. 25 years. 25-year-old company. If you are older than 25. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, I know where this, you guys should understand, I know exactly who's going to end up standing last. I'm very excited. If you are a 30-year-old company, who's got 30? Who's got 30? There we go. All right, we're gonna skip one. If you're 40, if you've been in business for 40 years, yeah, really, yes. 41. Okay, another jump. 50. 50 years. If you've been in business 50 years. Where'd she go? I know she. There's someone in here who should be standing up. Thank you. There you go. 111 years. 111 years. Should we go 120? Anybody? 120 years. Anybody? Anybody 100 years old? Individually. Any person in this room 100 years old? Going once. Okay, last chance. Any growth stories? Anyone else want to share a growth story? Give it to us.
Michael from Spirited. We recently had our CEO appointed to the board of the Business Council, part of the MAC. We were a team of 2 last year. We are now a team of 3. Our client base has grown, and our clients themselves have grown. We've seen, in one example, 87% revenue year over year. One of our clients, other clients have grown and added employees, so their growth is our growth. So we are a growth multiplier on top of yours.
Amen, brother. Nice. Okay, this is the last moment. If anyone wants to propose, oh, please, Fred.
My name is Fred Barron. I'm the president of Top Line Results, and we added, because of Scale Up Milwaukee, we got empowered to hire 2 new people, a salesperson, our CRM, and a technical person to do the work.
Nice. We love that.
All right, Amanda Baltz with Spalding Medical. Last year at this time, I think Spalding Medical was a new spin out, and we had roughly about 10 people. Now we have close to 30. What? And we have since signed a mega 15-year contract with a major hospital system. So we are growing.
Did you hear the word she used? We have signed a mega. That's a technical word. It's a mega contract.
My name is Juan Hurtado. I'm president of Insulation Technologies, INTEC, and this year we have added 2 additional lines of revenue streams, and our profit has more than doubled compared to last year.
Yes. Thank you, Jaime, for buying lunch today. Anyone else want to share? Please.
Arthur Lee, CPA with Aliance Tax and Accounting Services out in Brookfield. We did hire 2 additional staff. We got another salesperson and another CPA on staff, so there's 3 CPAs on staff. And we moved just recently to Bishop Woods, to a larger location.
Nice. You're looking at me, Dave. Did you want to stand up? Okay, thank you.
Dave Melchek, Interstate Road System Consultants. It's been quite a ride, especially with Scale Up. In 2015, we had $750,000 in revenue. This year, we hope to crack $4 million. Hey! And I'm excited. I've realized at Scale Up that I'm the one that's in the way to let my team grow, and we're hoping to just skyrocket from there. So.
Now we're talking. Thank you, Dave. But I hope you stay for lunch. Yeah, good. Okay. Go ahead.
EWH Small Business Accounting out in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Actually, we just celebrated 40 years of business here. My father started in 1979. We also finalized one of our coaching and consulting programs for an additional revenue stream this year. And actually, just in the last week, we closed 3 new deals on that.
Hey. Okay. All right, one more.
Okay, so we started, we're at McDonald Brilliance Business Solutions. We do e-commerce development for manufacturers and distributors. And we started this year with 12 people. We expanded our office space in June, but when we expanded it, we actually ran out of space within about a month of our expansion. We're now a team of 20. And we just added some additional office space on the 9th floor, so exciting time.
Go ahead. All right. Okay, I'm going to get in trouble if we don't keep moving. Congratulations, I love it. So my next job is to introduce this morning's speaker. And this is exciting to me on a few levels. One, I'm going to talk to you about a person with whom I am actually friends. And by the way, yes, you should be eating your lunch. I don't think it's rude. Our speaker doesn't think it's rude, as long as there is some left over for us. So our speaker today is many, many things. He is a father, he is an attorney, he is a cheerleader, he is an executive. He is a phenomenal friend, an advisor, a confidant, and he has been such a champion for the work that we are able to do in this region. Lafayette Crump is proudly a double Duke graduate, both undergrad and law school. And he came home and he worked with one of the big firms, and he was practicing law, and then he decided he was fully committed to working in his family business, which is Prism Technical Management and Marketing. And Prism is what, yes, right? And Prism is one of those great companies that has its tentacles, its fingers, its claws on so many more projects and so many more things that you might even imagine. When a big building goes up, when a massive construction project happens, when something catalytic occurs in our region that changes the way we think and behave in Milwaukee, oftentimes it's the case that Prism was at the table and helped making it happen. Very recently, it was announced that we were going to be hosting in Milwaukee the 2020 Democratic National Convention. And the folks, the organizers came to town and they said, we want to make sure that we can do this exceptionally well. We want to make sure that as we do this work, we have vendors, suppliers, and we have participants who represent accurately and wonderfully the city in which this exciting convention is going to happen. And the way they chose to do that was by bringing on the COO of Prism Technical, Lafayette Crump, as the VP of Vendor Accountability, Diversity, and what? Growth. And growth. I had it written down, but I got excited. And so he's come on board to the DNC 2020 team to make sure that they are doing the kind of work that really truly represents the excellence that we as a city, as a county, and as a region represent. One of the most important things I can say about Lafayette is that he's also a growth accelerator graduate. And so we know that means a few things, including he's got growth not only in his heart, but in fact in his title. And so he's going to come to the front this morning and just share with you his story, share with you a few messages, and we're going to receive him with the love and the affection that we know we give to our family. So please warmly welcome my friend and Growth Accelerator graduate, Lafayette Crump.
Wow. Thank you, Elmer, for that amazing introduction, and no problem on the title. It's a lot of words. When I started, they told me that titles are free, and so I said, okay, let's see what we can do here. So good morning, everyone. Morning, afternoon, I'm actually not really sure. I just flew back in late from New Orleans last night, so both my brain and my liver are still waking up, which is actually somewhat apropos of what we're here to talk about today. Because if I'm not mistaken, the liver is the only visceral organ that can regenerate. So that's right, the liver can grow. So let's talk about growth. Let's talk about growth. See how I did that? All right. So what does growth mean? Growth can mean a lot of things, right? There's personal growth, like me making it to an event on time, even early, rather than with just enough time to make it to the podium before things got a little uncomfortable. Personal growth can feel wonderful, right? It can really give you a new outlook on life. Can also ensure that when you do arrive, you don't have to squeeze into a spot very close to another vehicle, so close where you're accused of scraping that vehicle, despite all evidence to the contrary. Some people in here know what I'm talking about. which is maybe even a little more uncomfortable than being late, especially when the police are called. But it's another story I can perhaps tell you when I'm not up here to talk about growth. But speaking of uncomfortable, there can also be unwelcome growths. Growths like wait, what is this on my arm? Was this here last week? Which is another true story. This actually happened to me. Had a growth once on my arm. Wasn't sure what was going on. I'd given blood a week or so before, so I thought, okay, it's just the area of my arm that's healing, nothing to worry about. Turns out that growth was actually a blood clot underneath that traveled through my body in the bloodstream. Things inside your body have a way of doing that. And made it all the way to my lung, where ultimately I had a pulmonary embolism, restricted my breathing enough, and made me pass out on a treadmill, just after a little bit of activity. Just fell right off the treadmill, woke up with people staring at me. Thank God this was on a treadmill and not while I was running on the side of the road, as I do from time to time. Could have had a very different result. So growth that I ignored could have actually killed me. Uncomfortable, to say the least. But I don't think that's exactly why I was asked to talk here today. I think I was asked to talk for 3 reasons. One, for the past 15 years, as Elmer was so nice to say, I've worked for a company that does a lot to help businesses grow. A year or two ago, this is the second reason, a year or two ago, as Elmer also mentioned, and it may have been a year, may have been 2 years. My counting isn't so great since I fell off a treadmill. I was a graduate of the Scale Up Growth Accelerator program. And third, I could have just let Elmer talk about all of this, but third reason is that I'm Vice President of Diversity, Vendor Accountability, and Growth for the Milwaukee 2020 Host Committee. I'm going to touch on all 3 of these areas and how they do relate to growth. So first, my company with the long title, Prism Technical Management and Marketing Services. So our first growth success was actually adding all those words to that title. We could have stuck with Prism or even Prism Technical, but we went with that weighty title. And there's meaning to every word, but again, I can talk to you about that when I'm not up here talking about growth. Prism works within organizations and on projects to ensure opportunities for diverse and underutilized businesses and workers. We help to design programs to ensure inclusion. We monitor and facilitate those programs, and we report out to oversight and compliance bodies. In addition, we help to train some business to ensure their success and growth. We grew from servicing one client via a basement office in my parents' home to a staff of 15 with offices in Milwaukee and St. Louis and projects across the country, including local projects like Fiserv Forum, the Northwestern Mutual Tower, the Milwaukee Streetcar, and our very first project, Miller Park. All beautiful additions to the Milwaukee landscape and skyline, and all great successes with respect to the inclusion of minority and women-owned and other diverse businesses, local and diverse workers, and ensuring equitable contracting and hiring practices. We also developed and ran the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District's Business Development Training Program. Got some of our graduates here today, and glad to see that they're growing strong. We've done technical assistance to businesses across the state of Wisconsin, everything from legal matters to business plans, marketing strategies, and more. Working on projects and programs like this and intimately with hundreds of companies over the years, we've learned a great deal about what makes businesses work and what makes them grow. And one thing that helps businesses grow is ensuring that everyone within the company is growing, which is why, despite serving as Chief Operating Officer of a company that helps other businesses grow, I was excited to join the Growth Accelerator program. Growth Accelerator program with Scale Up was exciting to me, not least of which because I know how committed Elmer and his team are to helping businesses transform and become what they're capable of being. You know, doctors need other doctors, lawyers need other lawyers, and consultants need clients. Well, okay, we do need clients, but we also need help interrogating our own internal strategies and tactics and implementing a growth mindset. So we had figured some things out pre-Growth Accelerator, but we also recognized the limited market, in our region and our core industry. We primarily considered growth via geographic expansion, diversification of service offerings, but we really had no formal growth strategy or even sales strategy, to be honest. We responded to RFPs, we solidified our relationships with clients to ensure repeat business, and we lived on reputation and word of mouth, and that helped us do well. But it wasn't enough to truly grow the way that we wanted to grow. So via the growth mindset that we really developed and have implemented following my participation in the Growth Accelerator program, we recognize the need to do a lot more, to spread our ideas, strategy, and vision to others within our organization. Actually, one of our employees is over here today, Marthea. Let's get a hand for Marthea, because she is real. Marthea is really one of the most important people in our company. When I cannot be somewhere, I'm very comfortable having Marthea there in my stead. And I didn't even know she was going to be here today. It was a nice surprise, found out over the weekend, I think, but it's good to see her here. Marthea is running our St. Louis office. Thank you. It was good. So you know, we knew we needed to do more within the company, to spread things out, to not just have, you know, the ideas, strategy, and vision be so isolated at the very top of the company. We needed to be more transparent internally and more aggressive externally. We needed to focus on making our company a great place to work, something that was really hammered home in the Growth Accelerator program. And again, really implementing that growth mindset across the entire staff, making sales a consistent priority across all of our personnel and our different lines of business. So because of Growth Accelerator, what are we doing? We're implementing sales targets, metrics, and rewards. This will be familiar to many of you. We're changing our language regarding sales, how we think about it, thinking about different ways of working with clients, different payment terms, and redeveloping our vision and mission statements, which really is going to impact us on a daily basis as we think about why we do what we do and what impact we can have, not just on our clients, but on the projects themselves and the region. And if we get real pie in the sky, when we figure some things out, we think we're going to change the way business is done in this country. And we do all that for a very simple reason, and I know Elmer's going to love this. We do this to provide our clients diversity and inclusion without adversity and confusion. I got choked up with that. So that's what Growth Accelerator did for Prism as a company. But personally, what it did for me, it made me a better leader, made me a more active listener. I have a lot more direct contact with our production staff now. Greater communication with our team about long-term strategy, and we really have an exponential rather than incremental growth mindset. Made me much more proactive in many ways. All qualities which have helped me prepare for and execute my current position at the Milwaukee 2020 Host Committee, where I'm on loan from Prism through the convention next July. And so at the host committee, our role is to fund, organize, and host the 2020 Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee and the surrounding region from July 13th through 16th, 2020. We need to raise around $70 million to do this, and we need to recruit 15,000 volunteers. $70 million, 15,000 volunteers. I see lots of able bodies in here making a lot of money. So I'm not saying, but I'm not saying, okay? We need your help. All right, so fund and host the convention, right? That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. But there are also things that we want to do, things that our leadership is serious about implementing, and I'm very excited to be a part of. Things we want to do, like making it the most accessible and diverse convention in history. like intentionally ensuring, not by accident, but intentionally ensuring the inclusion of people of color, women, veterans, the LGBT community, people with disabilities. Not just including these diverse businesses, but helping them grow. Growth is extremely important to us. We don't want this convention to come and go and a few people do a little bit better and then it's like it was never here. We want to help those businesses that participate and the businesses in the region, even those who don't participate directly. We want to get those businesses an opportunity on the 2,000 total events leading up to and during the convention, and also putting in place a model that perpetuates growth in this region for years to come. Yesterday at the GMC meeting, while I was in New Orleans, Host Committee President Liz Gilbert and other members of our team announced a number of events that we'll be holding. We're going to have a diverse business pipeline summit next month that I'll probably have to run out of here and start working on pretty quickly. And a very powerful event in February related to solidifying and expanding Milwaukee's economic and cultural footprint and sustainability. Really exciting stuff. Things that we do not have to do, things that are not a part of the agreement with the Democratic Party, but something that is really important to everyone involved with the host committee. So what does that mean for your businesses? What does the DNC coming here, what does the host committee's interest in really leaving a legacy and building a model, what does that mean for your businesses now, starting today and going forward? So beyond the $70 million that the host committee is going to spend in the region, the DNCC is going to have its own spending. In all, we anticipate a $200 million economic impact. With 50,000 visitors in town, the opportunity is enormous, not just as a direct provider of services to the convention, but also to the many visitors and to the businesses that will be utilizing those services and catering to those visitors. There are businesses in here right now who have benefited, who have been impacted by the convention coming to town, and I've been very excited to help facilitate some of those relationships. But we're going to need technology firms, we'll need transportation, caterers, promotional products, legal services, construction companies, event planners, architects, engineers, logistics, hospitality, florists, many more services that we're going to need. We'll be releasing RFPs. There's actually one going live today for volunteer management software. We've got to figure out how to wrangle and utilize all those volunteers. But volunteers are going to be released via our website, but we'll also be reaching out to companies directly. But I also encourage you to reach out to us. This is not a time to sit back and wait. That's not how you grow. You don't grow by sitting back and waiting. You might have an idea to make this convention better, something we haven't even considered yet. You might have an idea about how we can celebrate Milwaukee more or better, how we can truly implement this growth mindset amongst businesses, things we have not thought about. Trust me, I get people contacting me every day telling me how I can do my job better. So you guys, please reach out to us. We are open, our ears are open. This is not just a convention in Milwaukee, it's a convention with Milwaukee, and we need you to make that happen. Need you to help make it successful. Throughout our website, Milwaukee2020.com, stay updated, sign up as a volunteer, contribute if you so desire, look for business opportunities, contact us. We are here to listen. I'm at Crump at Milwaukee2020.com directly, and I mean that. Please do reach out. If there's something that you think you can provide to this convention or to another party, we want to connect you. Even if we're not buying it directly, we will connect you to the people who might benefit from your services. I'd love to hear from you. We can talk growth, business, personal, even funny things on your arm. Please reach out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lafayette. Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Cizinsky, and I'm going to lower this because I'm just a shy shorter than others. My name is Elizabeth Cizinsky, and I am the program manager of Scale Up Milwaukee. Over the past 5 years, I've had the great joy of directing and overseeing our 2 business accelerator programs, Spark and the Growth Accelerator. The Growth Accelerator would not be possible without some very special organizations and people. A special thanks to the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation for their generous financial support since the beginning, and a huge thanks to our dedicated partners at UW Milwaukee and Stuck, primarily Nathan, Mike, and Paul. Without them, I would go crazy, and the program would not run nearly as smoothly and effectively as it does. And a special thanks to my teammates, Mallory, who put on this lovely event today, and Elmer for showing up. And on time. The Growth Accelerator, formerly known as the Scalerator, is our flagship program focused on growing companies $1 million and over in revenue. Since our inception in 2013, we have graduated 85 companies who together total $370 million in annual revenue, employ over 2,500, and have made over 1,100 hires in the last 6 years. And today, I have the very special privilege of graduating our 14 wonderful companies that make up the 6th cohort of the Growth Accelerator. But first, let me tell you a little bit about them. Together, our 14 companies gross $29 million in annual revenues and employ 420 individuals. They project to grow an average of 25% and hire an additional 283 employees by the end of next year. Great job, guys! They feed your family, they care for your family, they make sure your building doesn't leak, they help you pay your taxes, they design your yard, house, and even your website, and so much more. So let's meet them. We invite each of our graduating growth accelerators to the stage to receive your diploma and tell us a little bit about yourself. Elmer, can you help me? Yes. This is in no particular order except alphabetical. Accelity! Woohoo!
You hand, do I hand?
You can hand.
Okay.
That was pretty smooth.
Yeah, we're
30 seconds? Yes. Ooh. Okay, I'll take the mic. So Excelity, we help B2B software companies get to revenue and grow faster. I have learned so much in the last 4, 5, I don't know how many months. Main thing I've learned is just to get out of the way. I have a really competent team that can basically run my business without me. Shout out to Jenny over here, who's my head of operations. She's celebrating 4 years, and we've only been in business for 6 with the company today. So thank you to Jenny and the rest of my team, and thank you to the Scale Up team. Appreciate you guys.
Alliance Tax and Accounting Service.
Oh, we should do the picture thing too.
Jeez.
There you go. Oh, that's for you.
Oh, thank you very much. Alliance Tax and Accounting Services, I'm Arthur Lee, I'm a CPA. This is our 10th year in business, so we're really happy to have been participating in Scale Up this time. We're a 3-person CPA firm, but we do a lot of consulting work, a lot of tax planning, tax projections, and we do a lot of work for people who may owe money to the IRS and the state. We solve those tax issues, and we do that nationwide. Scale Up has taught me to probably just be a better manager and really concentrate on the forest and not the trees. And so I've got a great group of people that are doing the tree work and doing that everyday work, and I'm able to spend more time managing and leading and growing the company. So thank you, Scale Up. Appreciate it.
Dairyland Energy Solutions.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
We skipped Elizabeth.
How?
We should do one of these.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Let's get in there. It's all right. It's all right. Roll with it.
I'm Chris Martinez, president and founder of Dairyland Energy Solutions. We started in 1998, but even with 20 plus years of experience in business, I found this experience to be very rewarding. The cohort, thank you to the cohort. I sent my thank yous earlier, but thank you once again. Without the group of all of us contributing, it's really just, as I mentioned earlier, another class, and that's far more than what we experienced far more than that this summer. So thank you very much. And Lafayette, we will be in touch. Good to seeing you. Thanks.
Galbraith Carnahan Architects. And everyone's invited to their party tomorrow. Elmer.
All right. This is for my height. Galbraith Carnahan Architects. We're a growing architectural practice in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. We collaborate, really truly collaborate with our clients to create timeless structures that make you feel more alive. And these could be commercial office buildings, these could be residential homes. What we strive for are working with people like you in this room, people that are growing, people that have dreams, and taking those dreams and turning them into a physical reality. So, Nick, do you have anything to add there?
Yeah, have you ever had someone show you something cool about your phone? Like, I carried this thing around for probably 2 years before someone showed me that if you press the front button and the side button, it'll take a picture of the screen. And Scale Up is kind of like that friend that walks up to your business and says, did you know that you could do this or you should be doing that? And it transforms the way that you'll operate in the future.
That's my favorite. I didn't know where that was going.
I'm going to bring this back down. Golden Path Home Care.
Oh, you changed shoes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nicosia King. I own Golden Path Home Care. What we do, we provide lifestyle services for you, your entire family. We provide lifestyle services for you and your entire family to live independently in the comfort of your own home. I want to thank Scale Up because, for one, I wouldn't be standing up here talking to all of you without Scale Up. It helped and encouraged me to be a better leader, a better owner, and to come out my shell and publicly speak. And I also love what I do. I have a passion for what I do from the day I started, as well as my team. I'm glad for them to support me on everything I do. I just want to thank everyone again. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Green Team of Wisconsin.
Oh, that was a good one.
Good afternoon. My name is Bradley Blazer from the Green Team of Wisconsin, and we're trying to save the world 1 yard at a time, one business at a time by reducing chemical, energy, and water footprints. And Scale Up has been awesome for me personally and for our business, but especially for where I'm at. It's really reconnected me to my roots and allowed me to be more confident in trusting my gut. So thanks to Scale Up, and really especially to the cohort members and their confidence and their vulnerability in allowing each other to play off each other. So thank you very much.
INTEC.
I love it. I love it. we're getting this. We're getting
All right. Good afternoon. I am Juan Hurtado. I am the Vice President of Operations for INTEC. We've been in business since 1985. We are a home performance contractor here in the southeastern Wisconsin that specializes on reducing energy and saving money for our customers. We're a window distributor and a commercial siding installer. What I got out of Scale Up is just to be a leader, essentially, to be able to take our company as a second generation owner and to lead us into the future, and so that my dad can retire. And just like I said this morning, he said, you go up and do this now. So thank you.
Interstate Roof System Consultants.
I had to raise this up because I'm really a little bit taller than Elizabeth. So what a phenomenal group we had. This has been an amazing adventure, I guess, for me. It's hard to explain, I guess, the transformation that actually takes place when you're in a group with your peers and you can kind of let your guard down. I've been doing this for 5 years as an owner, and I couldn't figure out what was making our company work, even though it seemed to be working. And just to be with a group of peers to help understand how it worked, and just the professional people that came in and spoke, we were just glued to every word that they had to say, especially yesterday, just made it an incredible experience. And the information that was brought forth to us was like drinking from a fire hose. It was just absolutely amazing. So I just want to thank everybody for what it's been doing, what we've done, and what we're about to do is an exciting adventure, and we can't wait to blow the roof off of it. And by the way, as my teammates know, we're the guys that keep your effing building dry.
Lanix.
Oh, hey.
Oh, all right.
There we go. There we are.
Obviously, I'm not a dancer. I'm Matt McCoy from Lanix. We're a 20-year-old software development company based in Brookfield. People know us for our custom software development, our web-based applications, middleware, systems integration, and we build award-winning websites. We also do volunteer management systems, so hopefully I'll talk to Lafayette later. I described our company as a 20-year-old startup when we started Scale Up. We had a lot of processes in place, but really not a lot was being acted on. And I think the breadth of people, the experience that we were introduced to has been wonderful. Like Dave said, it's like drinking from a fire hose. We've got a lot of work to do, but I think being organized about everything, kind of putting our Bible or binder together of the business, documenting processes and things is going to be invaluable. So I really appreciate Scale Up and being selected for it, and we're looking forward to implementing it and coming back in future years with more growth stories. Thank you.
Mariah's Family Care Home.
All right, hi, my name is Janine Dagons with Mariah's Family Care Home. Basically, we are an adult family home that provides homes for special need adults that otherwise would be institutionalized and in hospitals due to their challenging behaviors. We've been in business for 10 years now, have really grown and have a potential of growing some more. What I've taken out of Scale Up is more confidence in my leadership ability. I thought I was a good leader until I went through the program, and I realized that I could be a better leader and where my weaknesses were and where my strengths are, and also empowering my employees and my direct care staff. So, I mean, we're good at what we do, and everybody needs to own that. So, thank you.
the Picnic Basket of Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Tim Weiberg with a Picnic Basket Restaurant. We're a 34-year-old restaurant looking now to grow and scale up. And the things that I learned in the last 6 months are going to stick with me for the next 6 months, for the next 20 years, and something I'll be able to pass on to my employees. So I think that it'll go beyond just what's in this classroom. And I want to just thank the cohort for being in a classroom with people with open minds and hungry minds. So thank you very much.
Tall Guy and a Grill Catering.
I think that worked. There's like a lot of flashing happening back there, so I don't know. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the assist. I don't know if I get the award for the least creative business name or the most literal business name, but yes, I am the Tall Guy. I typically tell people that we are a farm-to-table caterer with rock star service, but my friend Dave would say we just have great effing food, so that's my new tagline. I think what I'm going to take away from this class the most is being able to keep connecting with you guys moving forward. I'm really looking forward to going on this journey of growth with you guys, so thank you, everybody.
The Simple Home.
Oh, see, we're the same height, so that works out well. Hi, I'm Amanda Nowak, and I own The Simple Home. We source decor for senior living companies and their interior designers. And what happened with me is I actually was part of the Spark program last year, and these two did so well that I got into the Growth Accelerator, which I keep calling Scalerator. But it was really a great group to be a part of because it was nice being with so many other business owners who could teach us so many different things. And you know, somebody had talked about like the vulnerability and just kind of everyone sharing their experience, and it's really helped me, you know, be able to grow in the coming years. Thanks.
And last, but certainly not least, Top Line Results Corporation.
Well, as Elmer said, good afternoon, and it's always good to be last, actually. My name is Fred Varon, and our company name is Top Line Results. And if you think about top line, you probably think about money. And if you think about money, you're probably right. We help people to make more money, but not in the stock market. We actually help them to pick the right tool to build relationships, and the right tool to do marketing. That would be CRM and digital marketing. Scale Up has been transformational for me because we've been in the business for 20 years. And my wife, Melanie, here present, has joined the company 2 years ago. So what a great opportunity to look at all the things that we do at Top Line and review them and together be aligned as leaders of our company so that our employees can enjoy a better environment and our customers can benefit from awesome service. So with that, I want to thank the Scale Up team who amazingly have put together these 5 months, 6 meetings with 2 days each. That is a lot of time. That is a lot of time. and thank you, Elmer, and thank you, Mallory, and thank you, Elizabeth. You guys have been awesome. Thanks again.
let's give another round of applause to all of our graduates. Congratulations. We are so proud of you. It has been an absolute honor working with you over the last few months, and we can't wait to continue to watch you to grow. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the hardest part. It's the end. Yeah. So I'm pulling up my notes so I don't forget all the things I'm supposed to say. I just want to make clear how extraordinary a privilege it is, and I'm going to speak for myself and for my team, to be a part of a community so focused on growth. And what's so exciting about that is many of us come into that community with different ideas about what growth can mean. And that's what's so fun about it, and that's what's so positive and inspiring. And what happens because we come together and we focus on growth, extraordinary things, wonderful stories, people changing, and lives being affected is the result. And we, as the Scale Up team, as the Greater Milwaukee Committee, we are so humbly honored to get to participate in your growth stories. And so while this is the end of this program, obviously this is not the end of our time working together to make this region the growth capital of the world. We are so grateful for your time, for your interest, for your resources, for your intentions, and for your success. Thank you. Okay, let's get to the housekeeping stuff. First, I always want to shout out the baddest team in the land. Elizabeth and Mallory, I am hugely honored to get to work with you every day. Congratulations for another successful completion of a growth accelerator and a celebration of growth. So shout out them, please. Thank you to our great sponsors and friends at Max Bank. Please know that in the bags that were in front of you at some point, there is some info from Max. When you see that kind of stuff, that is not only an invitation, but that's an expectation that you'll reach out. There's a conversation to be had. We understand that they're great partners because they are almost as obsessive about growth as we are. And so we think they could make a great partner for you. Also in the bags are some cool, somebody hold up the coaster. Some cool coasters, yes. And those coasters have the best words on them ever. Yes, that's our name, but that's also a reminder of what you should be thinking about every day, scaling up. Those coasters were made by a great company called Magellan, who happens to be Growth Accelerator from the last cohort. I am also not going to forget to thank our speaker for the day, Lafayette Crump. We'll give him another round. And I'm going to tell you that there's a prize to be won. Did y'all know that? There was a prize to be won, and that prize included some organic wellness products, including a Prosperity Essential Oil Blend from Nourish Natural Products, where I saw Jamie like 5 seconds ago. Raise your hand, Jamie, who is also a sparkler this class. And there is an Amazon tablet. Oof, I wanted to get that right. From Top Line Results. That's where y'all clap. And in the basket or in the bags, there is a free sub tray from the picnic basket. Holler at that. Tim, raise your hands. Thank you. So wait, everybody gets that. Everybody. You get a sub tray and you get a sub tray. Okay, so we want to know who the winner is, right? So can someone fake a drum roll, I guess? The drawing happened a few minutes ago, and the winner is Lori McDonald. Yes! All right. Here it is. Lori, come on up and get your prize. All right. Presuming I've forgotten nothing else, this is the last thank you I'm going to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have this room for the rest of the night. The DJ's coming in. We're going to transition from salads to rock and roll sushi. I might be lying. Thank you again for coming. Have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, and year. We look forward to seeing you at the next Scale Up Milwaukee event. Good afternoon.